Okay, there are 7 billion people in the world.
Yeah, I know.
And there are 20,000 occupations. You have a tourist, you have an innkeeper, you have President of the United States. 6 billion people, because of the President of the United States, are unemployed. 6 billion people. So I'm the only person in the world that has a job called georhythmologist.
Georhythmologist? I never heard.
Well, the Earth is geo.
Geo, yeah.
And the rhythm, georhythm.
Rhythm.
I study the rhythm of the Earth.
Okay.
I study the high tide, the low tide, animal behavior, people behavior, but mainly the moon and the sun.
May I ask you, there is a big difference between animal behavior and people behavior?
Not really.
Not really.
Not really, because there's electrostatic and electromagnetic fields. When the plates are going like this, there's electrostatic, electromagnetic fields, okay? And every person and every animal has up here, where the Indian women put their dot right here, that's the pineal gland. It regulates all the glands in the body. And there's magnetite in that gland. And if there's electrostatic magnetic fields, then what happens is that the homing pigeons can't find home. The snakes in Siberia will come out of the ground and freeze. A lot of animal behavior. Cats will run away from home maybe 2 or 3 days before the earthquake. And you can look at the lost and found cat report in the paper or on the internet, and you will find that that will triple. The lost and found cat report will triple. But more importantly is the sun, the moon, the eclipses, the alignment, the perigee, the apogee. See, this is the sun, this is the earth, and this is the moon. The moon is full because the sun is shining on the moon. But when the moon is like this, you have an eclipse. That means that the sun is pulling one way, the moon is pulling the other way. If this is a perigee and very close distance, more pulling, and if over here is the apogee, could be at the full moon or the new moon, the sun and the moon are pulling. And so there's a lot to do with that. And also if you have a full moon, as it goes from the dark moon to the full, it's called waxing, because the light, it's waxing because the light is coming more on the moon and the moon is now full. When the moon is going this way, it's called waning. The moon is now losing the light. Yeah. When people are ready to die, they have a lot of energy and they say, oh, look at Aunt Martha. She's going to live. She has a lot of energy. And then maybe 1 week later, she dies. You know, a lot of people have energy and then they say, oh, I thought they were going to live, and then they die. Same way, if the full moon is very full, a lot of energy, a lot of pulling, and then when they're waning, these plates which are pushing like this, if you push your hands like this and try to push this way, and then you loosen the pressure, nothing's happening but loosen the muscle and it slides, see? Same way, you have full moon, and then maybe a week later is when you have a lot of the earthquakes during the waning moon. So now you know a little bit. I'm the earthquake expert in the world, and I can tell you 6 days before an earthquake, and then 2 days I can reconfirm it, because I can look at all these statistics and all the energy of all the
to be sure 100%.
Now, more importantly,
I mean 2 days before reconfirm to be sure 100%.
90%. And I will not
90%.
I will not tell you there's going to be an earthquake, but I will send you on your phone, on your iPhone, there will be a graph. And you'll look at this graph. And if this graph, I'll say, look at the graph. And you'll say, oh, based upon this graph, this is exactly the graph that happened before the other earthquakes. So you're going to decide yourself, based upon the graph you see, if there's going to be an earthquake. I'm not going to tell you, but you'll say, oh my goodness, it looks like based upon the other history. Now, if you pay $1 a week, you'll have the application. The application will make your cell phone vibrate, and it will tell you when, where, and how big the earthquake is going to be. Now, 100,000 people will pay $1 a week, including 50,000 Chinese who want to find out what I'm doing.
They're crazy about iPhones now.
They applications. How does he do this? If he can make a Toyota Corolla, maybe I can copy that. Okay, my name is Richard Johnson. They call me Bobby in Thailand because the girls can't say Richard. They call me Bobby, Baba Bobo.
Частенько около домов острова Бали можно увидеть вот такие коробочки. И вот хозяин одного из домов любезно согласился нам объяснить, что же это такое и что эти коробочки означают. Okay, may I ask you to explain what is this? Why you put them outside?
Like example, let's just give a point one. It's this like example is my book on like a Hindu book. That's translate make like this type. This just not decoration. This have a big mind for myself Hindu in Bali. That's so in can it's have many color. This is like many style come together. You need I'm together have a spirit. From my God, his name it's like Siva. Siva is Sangyang Vidi. He say like Sangyang Vidi. Who is Sangyang Vidi? That is my road. What must I do in my life? He have concept. What must kind, and then for this one they have many kind on inside have like a sweet one and a symbol is my Siva on side on the top up here like this one. Like this one, that's our person sweet, and then the mean that's sweet. When you eat that sweet, life is sweet. You must can make a like this color all together. Make it sweet for anybody, and then sweet is come to yourself. And then why I have food on every place, just so like a coder to make someone to remember with the God. When you remember with the God, someone can go to the road. Which one is the best for anybody? And then make all the community or all in the world can make happy. Why? Because you still remember what about concept in my life. You know what the concept what Hindu in Bali, and then like this one. This is like a from book translate like this. We have many spirit. That's a good spirit for your life. And then where you can know about a good spirit, you must know first what this one.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
And you put it in the temple?
Yeah, to the temple.
Okay.
Okay. So say thank you God, you give me something to know from you. I have thank you very much. You make me my life and you make me remember every time when I see Chanang, I still always remember. I'm every time look you, every time remember you. What must I do for you and for any people? Thank you. Thank you for blessing me and any people.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And then that's really know, make a spirit on. When you doesn't,
Just around.
yeah.
Okay.
When you doesn't know what about the chana, the spirit not can go on. First time you must believe and care. When I not believe, too difficult make a roads like.